What's going on, good people? This is D-MARL from Real Sports Time Podcast, and this is the Talk 100 Network. And we have some news to get into today. We got some NBA news. We got Deshaun Watson coming up. We have NBA trade deadline moves that are made big time. But first, we're going to get into the story on Deshaun Watson. This one right here, this has been an explosive story. The NFL has a problem now with this list of these sexual assault cases against Deshaun Watson. And a large number of these troubling lawsuits have been filed against Watson. The number count is 16 lawsuits. Sexual misconduct spanning back to March, beginning of March here. The latest incident reported earlier this month. There was a young lady that has signed up for Tony Bugsby, attorney from here in Houston, Texas, who filed with the Harris County District Attorney, and this thing is getting very ugly. Now, Watson has declined the allegations. He spoke to a growing concern. He has a growing concern, and he has said that he remains innocent. None of these things took place. That's his side of the story. He said he would never, ever do anything but treat a woman with the utmost respect and dignity. Those were his words when this whole thing first jumped out. And it's just spanned out of control. Women coming out of the woodworks. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I smell a rat. I smell a bunch of rats. This is real fishy. It's a fishy smell. It stinks. The reason why it stinks is because where is the names at? I want to know some names. Do I have a right to face my accuser and know who it is? The civil case literally says Jane Doe. Really? I'm a little confused. And I tell you what. If this, let us find out. Let Texans fans find out that the Houston Texans is behind this, because we already found out. Attorney Tony Bugsby, you live down the street from Cal McNair, the owner of the Houston Texans. We already found that out. Let us find out that the Texans have decided to cut their nose to spite their face. Ain't that the saying? Because Deshaun Watson has been trying to demand and force a trade because he wants out, because the Texans organization has been very dysfunctional. Deshaun Watson was lied to, according to him, said that he was supposed to be included in on some of the decisions that was made. Who's going to be the next GM? Who's going to be the next head coach? Bill O'Brien was fired, which he should have been fired probably 2-3 years ago. Okay. Deshaun's on vacation, enjoying himself in the offseason. And Nick Caserio from the New England Patriots gets hired. That was the last straw for Deshaun Watson. He wants out, along with some other things that have been going on. J.J. Watt went into the front office, and he asked to be let go from his last year of his contract. He was released. And he's now over at the Arizona Cardinals. Deshaun Watson just signed his deal back in November. End of November, December. For that great, spectacular max deal. $188 million. Probably, equals out to about $40 million a year. Okay. And this stuff is just, oh man. I mean, now he wants to leave because, he's been wanting to leave before these accusations came out. I just find it funny that right before the NFL draft and time runs out with things, and Deshaun refusing to talk to the front office, I just find it funny that now these accusations come out with these women. Though, because they're out, we need to hear it. We need to hear from these ladies. They do deserve their day in court, if it's going to be a court case, and if this is real. And they need to be able to have their voice heard to try to prove their case that these things happen. That these things actually happen to them. Because I'm going to tell you what. These are some serious accusations. For example, let me read to you what the 14th young lady came forward and said. She said that this incident took place in California. And like I said, she's the 14th woman that's come forward. She's a traveling massage therapist, okay? Also on Instagram. She alleges that when she arrived at the address that Watson gave her, he led her to a room. He locked the doors behind him. After Watson allegedly forced her to put her hands on his penis during a massage. He allegedly told her, "I will not have you sign a non-disclosure, but don't ever talk about this." The plaintiff also alleged that Watson reached out to her on Instagram in December, acting as if nothing never happened. Watson, of course, denied the wrongdoing, and his attorney, Rusty Harding, said on Friday that the allegations against the quarterback was just meritless. "I've treated women with nothing but the utmost respect." That's what Deshaun Watson said on March the 16th on Twitter. We'll see what happens with this case. It's still ongoing. There's no criminal charges filed. Civil lawsuits. 16 women. Deshaun Watson wanting to leave. NFL probably going to put him on the commissioner's exempt list. And this is how it's going to be. I just hope this young man has not erred on this bad side of activity. It's no crime in dealing with multiple women, obviously. That's not a crime. It is a crime, however, for sexual misconduct and things of that nature, inappropriate behavior, and unconsensual acts against another person, a male or a female. But we're going to see what's happening. I'm going to pay close attention to this because, like I told you, I still smell a rat. I smell rats. Okay? This is Real Sports Time with me, D-MARL, on the Talk 100 Network. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel. Show the love. Right here on Real Sports Time Podcast on YouTube. Thanks for listening. We'll be back real soon. We're going to talk and get into some NBA action. Trade deadline is up today. We'll be right back. Real talk. This is D-MARL. Talk 100 Network. This is Real Sports Time Podcast.